but we have to crank it out every week.
So do we.
Well, we can't afford to farm ours out. We have to
And that ranking has just skyrocketed. At the U.S. Open last year was in the 90s, and now number 18.
He's been playing terrific this week. He's been covering the court everywhere. Nobody seems to be able to believe that he's able to get to the ball and hit the ball with the power that he's been hitting it this week. He not only gets there, but he slap shots the ball at a big pace and seems to be getting it in. We'll see if he can do it, though, when Michael Pernfors is getting the ball back.
An interesting fashion statement there as well. Michael Pernfors, 24 years of age, a native Swede who attended college at the University of Georgia, two-time NCAA champ. He was ranked in the top 20 at the beginning of last year, but has fallen to 39.
Right, it'll be interesting to see also if he starts coming into net today. Agassi is going to be a little bit more content to stay at the baseline. If Pernfors decides he doesn't get started running down all these balls, there's a good possibility he's going to start creeping in. He did get his training to play quite a bit of it in the United States on hard courts, so these are not strange courts to him. He also has come in. He won the NCAA twice in 1984 and 85, which there hasn't been many back-to-back winners. And so he can play hard courts. That tournament's played on hard courts.
All right, now we've had a chance to size everything up, Roscoe, and you get put on the hot seat. Who do you like?
I'm going to take Agassi. I believe that he's got an awful lot of confidence right now. I think that he will be able to hit winners for 3 sets. I think if it goes to a 5-set match, it tends to favor Pernfors.
Well, there you have it. And we'll check Roscoe.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match will be the best of 5
This is the
tie-break
first
sets.
ever meeting between these
Agassi
two.
won the toss,
Pernfors
elected to
is looking
receive.
for his first
Seats quickly,
ever
please,
Grand
ready
Prix
to play.
singles title. Agassi has won once
Okay.
in Itaparica, Brazil in November.
Quiet, please. Thank you. Pernfors to serve first set. Play.
Pernfors serving.
Ball 15.
He normally does so at a very quick pace. Very little time between points.
That's one of the things that we'll have to watch and see. If Pernfors is able to keep the ball deep, then Agassi's going to have a little more trouble hitting his winners. See who dictates play. Right now, they've never played against each other before, so they're going to be testing each other out for a little bit.
First serve.
And here Pernfors is immediately ready to serve again. Puts the ball up, and he doesn't toss the ball very high. He lets it drop just slightly, and that's the reason he's able to get a lot of power when he's really only 5'10".
Agassi with the nice shot.
Michael Pernfors showing Agassi what a winner looks like. It's a fantastic shot. He just slaps that forehand down the line.
30 off.
Just barely wide.
I thought it missed.
Huh?
I thought it missed.
But there was only one mark, and you got to see the mark from here, right?
I thought it was line. I'm not looking at marks. I thought it was white.
I mean, it's just so obviously on the line. It's not. It's early, too. I mean, it's only 1:30.
It's very difficult for the umpire to overrule in that situation.
Agassi has an answer.
That's the thing. Pernfors would be used to Agassi, or used to his opponents just barely getting to that ball. Instead, Agassi has the ability to get there and hit a winner. He's been shocking people all week with that shot.
And Agassi has a break point in the first game of the match. And does break. So Andre Agassi begins the National Indoor Championship.
$15
Andre Agassi serving after opening the match with a break.
Pernfors started slowly yesterday, though, also. He started taking off.
15 all.
It was awfully close there.
You're right, Ross. Going against Robert Seguso in the semifinal, Pernfors appeared to be out of the first set.
Yeah, he was down 3-love and then 4-2. It's like it takes him a little while to find his range, and if he does find his range and finds a way to win, then he takes off. He gets going faster and faster. Right now, he's still probing for that method. It's one of the first forehands that Agassi's missed all week. He's having to, the points are having to last a lot longer for him today. Even Michael Pernfors couldn't run that ball down.
40-30.
40-30.
This is the type of play that Agassi's been doing all week. That forehand is just a rocket.
Unbelievable. And Agassi is up 2-love first set.
Game Agassi. Agassi leads 2-love.
There's Tommy Buford, the tournament director here in Memphis. He does a tremendous job. He's great to the players. And the fans.
$15.
The highest ranked player in the world who was here was defending champ Stefan Edberg, but he was defeated in the third round by Jim Grab.
The Americans have fared well this week here. This is very much as expected. Agassi hits these winners from everywhere, and he has the ability to keep doing it. Depends if he'll be able to do it for the whole match. He's been starting off fast all week.
Nothing, or very few shots are such that he can't reach.
There's the parents of Andre Agassi. He's worked with him since he was 3 years old. Very nice people from Las Vegas, Nevada.
30 all.
30 all. Agassi's parents used to tape a ping pong paddle to his hand and let him crawl around. This was before he could walk. He'd crawl around and hit balloons. That was his introduction to the concept that would lead to him becoming a top-ranked tennis player. 40-30.
One of the things that's happening here is Pernfors is able to run down a lot of the shots of Agassi that other guys this week have not been able to. Right now, he's still hitting them in, but one of the tendencies you have is you start trying to get it farther and farther away from Pernfors. As a result, you start to miss. That's where, over the length of the match, there could start being problems for Agassi.
Advantage Pernfors.
We saw Agassi yesterday run around a lot of balls, trying to hit forehands every chance he could.
He has such a great forehand.
A forehand winner by Pernfors, and he holds serve with Agassi.
15 love.
That's his first ace of the match. We really haven't seen him serve that many aces this week.
And Roscoe, it's interesting, if you'd ask both of these players who they'd rather face, they would, I'm sure, not have picked each other. The styles, neither one likes to play this style.
They want the other guy to come in more. Both these guys don't really want to play another player that stays back. Backhand winner. That's something you really don't expect. Michael Pernfors thought he was safe.
(40-15).
40-15. Game Agassi.
Agassi with a good first serve wide. Now leads 3-1 first set.
Agassi leads 3-1.
So far, the tempo has really been a little bit controlled by Agassi. He's kept the ball in play, but he's the one that's going a little bit more for the aggressive style. He's getting a few more winners and attacking a little bit, forcing errors out of Pernfors. Another backhand. He starts hitting backhand winners. Where do you hit the ball to?
Would you say that he has surprised Pernfors thus far?
I think he has with the amount of pace that he can put on the ball. With his backhand, his forehand pretty much expected. Those last couple backhands and several other shots, he's really hit them hard. It's a good play on Pernfors' part. Totally surprised, Agassi. He has the ability to get the ball. He's fast enough, but it made him all of a sudden think about having to charge forward. And when you have to run forward, then you don't necessarily cover across the court quite as well.
15 off. I wonder if Agassi may not improve something to Pernfors by simply getting to that ball and almost making the shot.
It was a good drop shot. I wouldn't have run for it myself.
Two great gets by Pernfors, but Agassi wins the point and now has a double break point. Pernfors, after all that, he's there waiting for Agassi. He's ready to serve it.
There's the Pernfors forehand. He has the ability to hit that shot also. Both these players play a very similar game in terms of when they get a forehand, their entire being, their entire body goes into. He definitely enjoys playing the game, and he's a great sport with it. Has a good zest for the game.
Pernfors with the set on the line, in reality, saves 2 break points.
One of the things that he's doing, that other point where there was where he hit, Agassi hit the 2 perfect shots, Pernfors was able to get his racket on him, and that will stand him in good stead later. Even though he didn't win the point, you have a tendency to remember that. When you think you're going to hit a winner, you don't want the guy to touch it. So Andre might start going for more of a winner, and then you start to miss. Here you can see the speed of him coming in. He catches the ball easily at the top of the bounce, as it's coming up, actually. Most players would have gotten there a little bit later in the bounce. He was there easily. He's hit 8 winners to Pernfors' 2.
He lets a 3rd break point get away from him, as Agassi.
A little bit of a lack of concentration there. It looked like he just changed his mind about 2 or 3 times as to what he wanted to do. Those are the ones that are really frustrating because they're generally not very tough shots. All of a sudden you drop it in the net and you go, oh man, why did I just hit it? That was one tough overhead. You see him coming in here. It's a great lob. The ball's going to land very close to the baseline. Mikael Pernfors takes it out of the air and puts the overhead on the line.
And Pernfors saves 3 break points to hold serve. Agassi has 3 games to 2, first set.
We'll put the tee right.
1,000 seats at the Racket Club of Memphis and a slew of luxury boxes that rise above the upper level here of the Racquet Club of Memphis. Not a bad seat in the house. Everybody right on top of the court. Andre Agassi up a break. He had 3 chances in that last game to go up 2 breaks, which in reality would have given him the set.
Two first serves. I think he's surprising Pernfors a little bit with the power in his first serve. When he gets it in, he's winning the point most of the time. There's Slu Hester, former USTA president, responsible for putting together the Flushing Meadow Tennis Stadium. What a drop shot.
Again, Agassi got to the ball.
But he had to stretch for the first time. That means it's a tremendous drop shot. Pernfors is giving it everything he's got to get to it. Gets the ball back just on the tip of the racket. That's going to be a long day for him if he has to run that far every time.
Agassi came in, Pernfors burned him.
This is one of the things he feels he has to do more of in his game is come in. Normally, that shot that he hit would have been a winner against any other player. But Pernfors is there and has that quick reaction to pass with.
40-30. Agassi holds to lead 4-2 first set.
Michael Pernfors thinks he's at a track meet.
And Agassi looks like he can run all day. You know, Agassi's style of play may also take away, Roscoe, it would seem, Pernfors' one of his strongest weapons, which is his lob. Pernfors' lob.
It is, because he doesn't come into net. Although he has come in a couple times that last game, which makes Michael have to think about it.
Slipped
a little bit, but one of the reasons he missed that was Michael Pernfors guessed where it was going to be. He faked like he was going to look for the cross-court shot and then was standing there looking further down the line. You see it right here. Watch. Pernfors looks like he's going to go over there, and then he comes back, and it makes Andre take his eye off the ball.
Missed the overlap.
31.
Michael Pernfors is working his way back into this match. He looks like he's beginning to feel, with some ideas, feels like he has a way that he's going to cause problems for Agassi. He's starting to move him around, starting to do positive things. He's figured out a system that he might want to try. He's got a long day coming up. He's in the finals of the doubles as well.
Pernfors is already slowing down his pace measurably, and this is only the first set. Pernfors did play both singles and doubles in the semifinals yesterday, winning both.
Pernfors just covered what would be 3 consecutive winners that Agassi hit, and then hit his own winner. Take that.
$40 love. Pernfors' doubles partner here in Memphis is Peter Lundgren. And they will play in the doubles finals against Kevin Curran and David Pate, who upset the Flack Seguso team. And Pernfors holds at love, but Agassi is still up a break, 4 games to 3. That in the You know, Husko, these two guys come out, especially Agassi, and they're all filled with energy and jumping around and stuff. They've only played 7 games, and they both look like they're feeling it.
I tell you, Pernfors has got to be feeling it. He's been running corner to corner the whole time. Both of them are starting to miss a couple balls now. That's tough when you got to cover the ball hitting at 100 miles an hour to the baseline, and then all of a sudden you got to cover a little short ball as well. He's back there looking to get the bullet back, and a little short one comes.
But that's what you're alluding to, Roscoe. That's what makes him different than some of the other young Americans, that he can even hit that shot.
Right, and he'll try it. One of the great things about Andre Agassi, talking with his dad, they want to keep him, that he wants him overall to be a nice kid and enjoy the game. And he does.
Well, now Pernfors has his first opening, break point, which would even the first set. He's not just a baseliner.
Yeah, yesterday he was saying he needed to develop that. I don't know what more to develop. Great shot. Andre feels when he's playing against a baseline player that at least every so often he has to go in the net to keep the other guy honest.
Big passing winner by Pernfors. Agassi's ad.
But we'll see if he does it again now after getting past.
Deuce.
that ball too close for you to hold up on that. That ball looked like it caught the back of the line to me. Looked like it caught the back of the line to me. I'd play him.
Let's see it again.
Quiet, please.
That's awfully close. I think the umpire's right on that. One of the things you do have to do is you have to play them all. Play them in until the umpire calls them out.
That was break point 2 for Pernfors. Back to deuce.
He picked the shot. He didn't make the volley. But he had it read.
Advantage Agassi.
It looked like he was tired by the time he got to the net.
This is not a sprint today. This is a marathon. 5-set final. Guys are letting a lot of it hang out right away.
Deuce.
Agassi up a break, trying to maintain that edge here in the first set.
One of the few vulnerabilities in his game is that he's shown tendencies to have little gaps in concentration. And after that call, he's played a couple of little bit sloppy points. He has a tendency to get them right at the end of sets. Andre does. The result, he better not get one right here, or this match is tied. Break point.
There it is. And Pernfors breaks. And we are even in the first set, 4 games apiece.
4-all.
He came into net here, which is interesting because that's not his strong suit. Pernfors hit a great lob and first a great return to set up that easy shot. It's interesting, though. Agassi knows that he's got to be able to serve and volley better to become a great player. And so he's working on it. Here he is even in the finals of the U.S. Indoor, and he's still trying to come in. Match is tied. Another backhand winner.
Love 15.
Track meet starts.
Pernfors arced that backhand up through about 3 banks of lights, made it through them all, and dropped about a foot out.
The ball went right up through the center where that duct is in the middle, right beside all those banks of lights.
Well, after breaking, Pernfors falls to love 30.
The Pernfors version of a forehand winner. They hit it very similarly. They both like that particular shot. He looks like he's a little bit weary there.
Well, he had a long doubles match yesterday. And he came back and played singles last night.
He's played a tournament's worth of running right now. The first 8 games of the set.
15-40.
Well, 2 break points now for Agassi. You should also remember this is almost like spring training for these players. This is the first Grand Prix tournament of the year for both of them. They did not play in the Australian Open. Ace. First for Pernfors. Saves 1 break point. But 1 more left.
He'd love to serve another one right now. What a point.
The shot making has been superb, but Agassi breaks back. And when we return, Agassi will serve for the first set. Best of 5 set final.
Love 15.
So he needs to keep his concentration, serving for the set. It's like, where does it end? Tremendous shot.
Pernfors looks like a metronome.
15-all.
Corner to corner to corner. That's where you want to just take one and just slam it and see where it goes. It's corner to corner. It's like practice drills.
I don't know if Pernfors could take 5 sets of this.
I don't know if anybody can.
$30-15.
And this gives Agassi now 2 set points. Andre Agassi wins the first set.
He kept his concentration, played a good, solid game. Mikael Pernfors, I think, is getting tired.
Keep your seats, please.
That was just a fine set of tennis. Shot making. Agassi wins the first set 6-4, but again, this is 5 sets today. Best of 5. Just kept attacking Agassi's backhand. Did Pernfors. Had it set up.
He had it just where he wanted it. Just this exact shot that he was looking for. And he actually had Agassi running a little bit, so he wasn't on his horse for a change.
Love 30.
Here's Agassi's getting in 72% of his first serve, and he's hitting it pretty hard. Only one ace, but the unforced errors is about the same. But look at Agassi, has 14 winners to 9 for Pernfors. He gets his clean winners from the baseline.
$15-30.
It doesn't tell you about the normal number of winners that it would have been that Pernfors has run down from corner to corner. It's nice to have an odometer on his shoes today. He could have 7 more sets, including the doubles.
All.
30 all.
When they have rallies like that, one of the things that a lot of people don't notice is they're putting everything into every shot. Maybe sometimes a little more topspin, a little less power or pace, but they're putting everything into every ball they hit. It's a tough way to play.
Now a break point for Agassi.
30-40.
First game, second set.
Game
and Agassi does break. So Andre Agassi wins the first U.S. Indoor, leading by a set and a break in the second.
Love 15.
It's been a very quick and quiet rise up the rankings for Agassi to the number 18 spot.
With the points he'll get from this tournament, just for being in the finals, whether he wins today or not, he'll rise again in the rankings.
Only Stefan Edberg and Andres Gomez in the field here at Memphis were higher ranked players than Agassi.
Love 40, triple break point. On the changeover, Mikael Pernfors changed shirts. One of the things that does, it makes you feel a little bit fresher. I think he wants to be a little bit fresher at this point. Service break.
So is this the Clark Kent theory of tennis as proposed by Roscoe Tanner?
No, it helps. It definitely helps. You get a wet shirt and you've been sweating quite a bit and it sticks to you and you begin to feel a little bit tired. Also, the sweat's kind of heavy. When you change to a dry shirt, sometimes it'll give you a lift.
Well, Pernfors just got an important one as he breaks back. 1-all second set.
an unbelievable shot. They're smashing the balls back and forth at each other as hard as they can. And then Agassi just sounds he's had enough of the point and just smashes it for a winner.
These are two guys that both weigh about 150 pounds. Agassi's 5'10", Pernfors 5'8". How do they generate this power, Oscar?
They get their entire body into the ball. That's the way you generate to hit the ball hard. They move their shoulders through the ball. Also, they just whip the racket head as fast as they can. Let the racket do the power. These new composites and graphite, they just generate a lot of power for you. Just miss.
30-15.
30-15 for Pernfors. If he can win this game, it'll be the first time he's been ahead in a set.
All.
Well,
40.
we have started this set with consecutive service breaks. Agassi now has a point for a break. It would make it 3 in a row.
Snuck out of that one, got back to deuce. He's going to take a little bit of a walk around here and try to catch his thoughts. Try to get himself ready. This is a huge game. If he can get this game, it'll be the first time he's jumped in front. It'll be a great lift to him mentally.
Advantage Pernfors.
Now it's Pernfors' ad.
Used it wisely, came up with a well-placed, solid first serve. If he could win this game with 2 quick points like that, it'd be a big help.
And there's the game for Pernfors. He holds. And Pernfors now has the serve. Up a set. Pernfors leading 2-1 in the second.
15 left.
The points are getting a little shorter right in here. I think both players have cooled off a little bit, or just they can't keep up that pace.
Double fault. His first of the match, and it's 15 all. Another one of those concentration lapses. Last game he finished up with a couple of loose shots. Now he's got a double fault and an unforced error in this game. That was
was just the position that Michael Pernfors likes to be in, but it hasn't happened very often today. So all of a sudden they're surprised and just missed.
Do you detect, Roscoe, are the players intentionally doing things different to shorten points?
Both of them seem to be wanting to get a winner quickly, or more quickly, and as a result, they're making a few more errors. So I think both players have felt the fierceness of that first set.
Whatever Pernfors said, Agassi said, I feel the same way. Pernfors, I'm sure, didn't see the humor in that.
If he just hit a winner. If he just hit a winner, he would have seen them. Oops.
Yeah, boy, an ace down the middle.
That's his
Closes out the game.
That's his second ace of the match.
And we're now 2-all in the second set. That's the reason we couldn't understand what Pernfors said was he said it in Swedish.
Love.
What was amazing on that, it was a perfect drop shot. Agassi was still able to get it. When he was standing at the baseline, he took 2 steps in the wrong direction before he took off for that ball. And he still was able to get to it. It just shows how fast he really is.
Love.
We're quickly to 40 love for Pernfors. And he closes out with an ace. So Pernfors holds the next 2 weekends. Philadelphia next weekend. And then Indian Wells, California. Ivan Lendl plays his first indoor tournament next weekend in Philadelphia.
The intensity in Agassi's game has dropped just a little bit.
Seems like Pernfors has him running now.
Pernfors is beginning to dictate a little bit. Needs to get his concentration back up. I've never understood why the umpires aren't allowed to put their hands up and have to take a hit.
Love 30.
Well, now it's love 30, and so Pernfors with an opening to go up a break.
Here's Agassi hitting a perfect drop shot, and here's Pernfors showing his speed. He's able to just get to the ball. Then Agassi just hits a great passing shot. There's a serve and volley.
30-all.
Makes Michael Pernfors know that he can't just hit a high return and loop it back. He's got to hit it in there. Because Agassi may be coming to net.
40-30. 3 straight points for Agassi.
He's been running Pernfors so much that Pernfors is beginning to get a little bit slower on getting to some of those balls. That one in the first set, he would have had his racket on it. That one, it just got past the tip of him. All the running's beginning to take effect.
It's now 3-all. Second set.
3-all.
In a set and a half, I think I can recall only one lob from Pernfors, and there are some who think Pernfors has the best lob in men's tennis.
He hasn't had the option to, because Agassi's been at the baseline hitting the winners. He's come in a few times, but when he does, it's such a surprise that you're not ready for it.
You know, by contrast, in the semis, we saw, I guess, a good half dozen lob winners from Pernfors in his match with Seguso.
Sure did. Seguso was on the net every opportunity he could.
Love 15.
What Michael Pernfors was trying to accomplish with that shot was trying to just loft the ball a little bit over to the side and short, keep it kind of low, not a drop shot, but it might tend to bring Agassi into the net because Pernfors wants to hit passing shots.
$15-all.
Big mistake there. It makes it 15-30. At 3-all, that's not the time that you want to let the guy have an opening to get a break, service break. Forrest is shown right now in this game that he's not too interested in running after balls anymore. What he'd like to do is have a few shorter points.
2 break points. And a double. His first of the match allows Agassi to go up a break in the second set.
Agassi leads for 3.
Champagne.
The frustration becoming visible for Pernfors.
Right after the point, he's telling himself, why did you hit it to his forehand? That was a fantastic shot. Most players would not have even been able to get that on the third bounce. He at least got there on the first bounce.
Now, is that speaking from experience?
I wouldn't have run.
$15-30.
It's a big point for Agassi. He doesn't want to give back that break he just gained. And now Pernfors has 2 chances to get the break back.
40.
That's frustrating to do for Mikael Pernfors when he works so hard to get to the break point and then to miss it with an unforced error. We got the service break back.
That's something.
4-all.
Pernfors would make true dog fans in Georgia happy. He just doesn't stop. Twice down a break in this set and gotten right back.
One of the things that he's got to do now on what he is doing, he's taking a little extra time. He senses this is 4-all. This next game's key. If he wins it, he has to head 5-4 and got a great chance for this set. You don't want to break serve and then, because you work so hard for that game, blow the next one.
Which is what happened in the first set. Pernfors was broken at 4-all.
Love 15.
Like he gets his head back up to even, head above water, and then all of a sudden, a couple of errors sneak into his game. He's back down again.
Second double fault.
Love 30.
He's gotten himself back in the hole. He'd really like to come up with a big serve here and at least get back to 15-30 with an easy point. Big point right here. The crowd apparently is just voicing its displeasure with that call. Ball was wide.
15-30.
What a point. They're both covering so much ground. He's barely getting to it. One of the things that Pernfors was disgusted with himself because he thought he had the passing shot. He really thought that he was going to be able to get a pass shot.
15,
Look at that.
Code violation, abuse of racket, 1 is to Pernfors.
Racket abuse violation there for Pernfors, but he doesn't care about that right now. A double break point against him. And
Quiet, please.
again, the set may be riding on this point.
You ever been frustrated? Have you ever shown it off to somebody else?
Yep.
What did I abuse? I mean,
It was 100% effort to throw your racket. It's code violation.
I've never understood this, Roscoe. I mean, a baseball player doesn't get warned or violated for throwing his bat down.
Well, one thing that can happen when you throw a racket down like that, particularly on a tennis court, it can bounce. And if it shoots into the stand or a splinter shoots somewhere, that can be a dangerous thing. That's where the rule developed from.
Well played point there by Pernfors, but still one break point for Agassi.
30-40.
So they feel like they have to govern it in some method. If a baseball player threw his bat into the stands, there'd certainly be some things to do about it, put some fines. But in tennis, things can happen. Those rackets are very lively when they bounce off the court. So when you throw it down, different things can happen. And tennis actually supposedly has a different code of ethics on the court.
Breaks for the second straight set of 4-all. We'll come back with Agassi serving. Andre Agassi now serving for the second set. This is a best-of-5 set final for the U.S. Indoor Championship.
$15 left.
Andre's got his concentration right now. He's played 2 very strong points. He wants to close off this set. This time Agassi played a little different point than he's been playing. He played a few softballs and trying to just move Pernfors around with some soft shots instead of the big power shots. Putting a little variety in his game.
Agassi now with a double set point for a 2-6-0 lead. There's Slu Hester and Les Jenkins. Les Jenkins is the secretary of the USTA, the United States Tennis Association. The quickness of Pernfors taking every ball on the rise. Great shots. Watch Michael Pernfors in this point. He moves right in and takes the balls right off the ground as they're still coming up. It keeps Agassi from having a chance to be ready for them. And Pernfors just saved 2 set points. One from 40-15 to add out.
Pernfors is hanging in there. He's done a lot of running in this match. He crossed back and forth the court at least 8 times.
Just like a windshield wiper. Unreal. Now, Pernfors, talk about a thin margin in this match. I mean, both sets he's been serving at 4-all. You seemingly think he would have the edge, but has dropped the first and is in danger here in the second.
Advantage Agassi.
And now Agassi has his 3rd set point.
Second set action.
He put everything he had into that set. He's going to take his jump. You hear this big loud groan as he hits it.
Misses Agassi. Seeing her son 2/3 of the way now to
Ball
his second Grand Prix singles championship. And what's the hope for Pernfors now?
Well, he's got to step back, take a few deep breaths, and say to himself, listen, I've done everything I can do. I'm not playing badly. I've got to dig in and just go point by point, game by game, and work myself back into this match. And it's going to be a long road. And you just got to not think there's no easy way out.
If anything, Roscoe, Pernfors may have learned something about this at Wimbledon last year.
He was on the other end of it, so he knows it can be done. And also, one of the vulnerabilities for Agassi is that he does lose his concentration when he's in front. Pernfors should be looking for opportunities.
The Wimbledon match last year, Pernfors was up 2 sets on Jimmy Connors, and I believe it 4-1 in the
4
third,
games to 1.
and lost the match.
On grass courts. On grass courts, it's easier to hold your serve. So 4-1 is a gigantic margin.
Thirty-15.
30-15.
Well, every rally, if you just listen to the pace of the ball off these guys' rackets, it's like cannons. They're hitting the ball with everything they got back and forth with each other, trading punches.
Now a break point for Agassi. He started the second set with a service break.
And the first.
Game Agassi.
And Agassi starts the third set with a service break. We pause now for a break from your local cable system Grand Prix title.
Time.
And here are the match totals to this point. The first serve percentage for Agassi is outstanding, Roscoe.
First serve percentage is outstanding because he's hitting it hard. And also, the real difference there is in the winners. Agassi's has hit 24 winners to 17 for Pernfors. And actually, Agassi's probably hit about 4 times that many that Pernfors has run down. And that's taking its toll.
He's ready to play. Thank you.
Is it something now for a player like Agassi to learn how to end a match?
He does. That's one of the things he needs to do, is to keep his concentration. He's doing a far better job today than he did the rest of the tournament. He's not having a large gap. He'll have little gaps where he's missing a ball or two, but not a whole game. We'll see now how it goes. This is one of the largest leads you can have, 2 sets and a break. Because plenty of players have come back from being down this far. Particularly Michael Pernfors is a real fighter. He senses that he's got a chance. He's going to dig in and go harder and harder.
All. A reminder, no slap photography. $15-30.
I think he was surprised that he had that easy a shot. And all of a sudden, here it was on a platter for him, just what he wanted. And just didn't quite cut through as well as he might have.
First serve.
There's the Pernfors lob we've been talking about.
Well, Mikael, the second one we've seen in the entire match.
15-40.
One of the ways he sets this up, that ball was out wide. He hit a great cross-court shot, and it got Agassi where he couldn't really make a penetrating volley, and it opens up the door for that lob.
30-40.
Well, here's Pernfors now with a chance.
Break point.
Second serve. Game Pernfors.
Well, this match following an intriguing pattern, Roscoe. In each of the 3 sets now, Agassi has broken first, but Pernfors has come right back to even it, only to see Agassi break at 4-all.
Well, what's really happening is that they're both not relying that much on their serves. It's their ground court game and their forehands where they hit winners. But Agassi just keeps jumping in front, and Pernfors is using everything he can just to catch up. By the time he catches up to even, he feels like he's won the war, and then all of a sudden he lags back a little bit and he's behind again.
What a get by Pernfors.
He was in the stands trying to get that one ball. Look at this, over to this corner. Back over to the other side.
31.
He's in the box seats there trying to get back.
And he would have been able to hit that last one had it been in. He had recovered.
He feels like he's all 4 players in a or runners in a relay team.
$15-40.
Watching this match, though, Roscoe, I like the chances of Kern and Peyton the doubles a lot more. Pernfors has got to come back after this somehow and play in the doubles final with Peter Lundgren.
Peter Lundgren better be having a nice lunch and being ready. At one point took so much out of him. There's 2 balls he's just let go that he normally wouldn't let go. I don't know if he'd get to him anyway, but they normally would have run after him. I think that one point got him a little bit out of breath. It's gone from 30 love up to 30-40, and it's because it took it all out of him in that point. Lost 3 straight points since that long one. If Michael can just get this game, then he can at least feel like he's playing from the front for one game.
He had it briefly in the second set.
Advantage Agassi.
There's a great sense of humor for the game. He plays it as if it is still a game, too. He's enjoying himself out on the court. It's nice to see.
Deuce.
Agassi with the break point. It's long, and we're back to deuce.
Pernfors is taking a little extra time here, and so Agassi to towel off. Another deuce point for these guys. Seems like every game has a deuce point. Very, very tight, this match.
Advantage Agassi.
They're both so young, it seems hard to realize when you think about it. There is 7 years difference between these 2 players, and it looks much more evident on that face than on Agassi's. Agassi's looks like he's just out here to start things.
You know, when you're 24, you don't want to feel like you're the old man.
Game Agassi.
And a double fall.
Just barely long.
Third double fall to the match by Mikael Pernfors, and that puts Agassi back up a break in the third.
Agassi leads 2-1. Love 15.
Agassi had Pernfors. Pernfors senses the crowd is for Agassi.
all.
Michael Pernfors trying a little bit of a new strategy, going ahead and going into net on the return of serve. Yeah, this match is far closer than the score indicates. I mean, here Pernfors is down 2-0 and a service break, and yet he's only won 6 fewer points out of 156 points. Shows you how much winning the right points is what counts.
And as you said, we have, in the majority of games, had games that have gone to deuce.
Been deuce so many times.
That one hit the light.
That's why for Pernfors, you think, well, I've got to change my game. But how do you, he's not really that much behind, and he's behind 2-0 on the scoreboard. But in terms of numbers of points, he's not doing badly. He's playing well. So how do you change the game? That's one way to change it, get more aggressive. Now we have another deuce.
Advantage Pernfors.
Pernfors is over in the corner right now. He's wobbly-legged walking around like, please don't make me run anymore. Now he comes back dancing.
Pernfors has that little dance and almost a full charge into the serve.
Game Pernfors.
Just like that, another service break. We have had 4 breaks in a row in this set. And we're at 2-all.
He's got to keep, one of the things he was over in the corner talking to himself, and he's got to have been saying, if I can just hold serve, I can win this match. He's got to find a way to hold his serve. If he can break, he certainly ought to be able to hold. Finally, he gets a shot that Agassi can't get to.
That's the first one of the match.
15 left.
Hits a tremendous serve out wide, approach shot, then a volley. It's very difficult. It's a low percentage shot, but I think he feels like he has to do that to win points. That ball was tagged.
30 left.
He served softer just to try to mix up the pace, and so he almost ate it. The ball comes by him at 100 miles an hour.
30-15.
One of the things that Michael's doing now is he is varying the pace a little bit. So he's presenting some different looks. He's coming running in on softballs, running in on hard ones, and just doing different things with every shot. And it's helping a little bit to get some errors out of Andre Agassi.
And an ace. So key coach Pepper Rogers on that team. Agassi serving. Pernfors leading 3-2 in the third.
15 left.
Well, for the first time in a long time, Michael Pernfors is ahead a game in a set. He misses the return on the first point. He needs to get a little bit of a lead. That's that forehand. Normally he hits that back cross court the other way. It just goes to show you he can hit it either way he wants to.
Love.
It's like hitting off a tee for Pernfors on that ball.
There was a little bit of lack of concentration. Andre tried to hit a little back spinner. Really, he didn't need to try anything like that, but he's up 40 love. So I think he'd like to have fun with it, so he's trying to have a little fun shot.
Agassi does hold to 3-all in the third.
3-all.
17, and he is 2 years older than the youngest player in this field, Michael Chang out of California, who turned professional this week. And Memphis won his first round match. Lost in the second round to Ramesh Krishna. Michael Chang turns 16 today.
Every game that Pernfors serves becomes increasingly important. He can't let himself get down another service break.
Love.
I think the pace of this starting to show on both players.
Yeah, they've set a very fierce pace and running after everything all over the court. It's tougher on you, though, when you're behind.
Game Pernfors.
So Pernfors holds. Agassi up 2 sets. Pernfors.
This is the first set in which Pernfors has been ahead 4-3. All of a sudden he has a chance to think about winning this game and be up 5-3 instead of 4-all serving. That shows you how close this match really is. Pernfors is down 2 sets, and yet he's won just about the same number of points.
For the first time in the match, the pressure squarely to Agassi. Double break point, which would then give Pernfors a chance to serve for the set. And a big first serve saves one.
Here's his chance. Perfect shot. Shows you Shows the confidence he has in this forehand. He's down, break point, and he hits it within 3 inches of the line. 100 miles an hour. Just perfect shot.
He gets back to deuce, to Agassi, and then double faults. So a third break point for Pernfors.
It's like he was almost too careful there. He's telling himself to go ahead, hit it. He got very careful. All of a sudden he had a chance to win the game, be ahead 5-3 and serving for the set, and he starts guiding the ball instead of hitting it. Tells himself to go ahead and hit it in the point before, so he overplays it the next point. It's a common tendency. It's easy to do. Just gotta stop. Tell yourself, okay, now let's reload. Let's go again. Great volley.
And that's a big, big chance slipping away from Pernfors. 3 break points. But Agassi winds up holding, and we're at 4-all.
It's a great approach shot, moves right in, and just knifes off that volley. You see the way his racket was out in front, and just cut right through the volley without understand. That made it get away from Pernfors where he had no way of running it down. It looks like he's having fun. He ought to be. He's up 2 sets to love.
This is the same scenario we've had in all 3 sets. Pernfors serving at 4-all. The first 2 sets, Agassi broke here and then held to win the set.
And he's up love 15 in this one. The ball was traveling high. It looked like it was going to go out. Andre stopped. Ball dropped flat on the line.
Double
fault. 4-all. That was his 4th double fault of the match. 4-all, 15-all. He's down 2 sets already. Double faulting creates just another opening for Andre Agassi.
This is the match right here for Pernfors.
This is it.
Right on the line.
Looks like he's showing signs of weariness. He came into net there just with sort of an average approach shot. An average approach shot against Agassi is a waste of time. You're going to come in and just have the ball put right at your feet, and that's what happened.
2 break points.
First serve.
Still another break point. Would put Agassi in a position to be serving for the match. Ooh. That is close. That's one thing you really feel like you do see when you're the server. You can see that center line. Here we see it again. I think the ball caught the edge of the line.
Pernfors has been broken 7 times in this match, and he knows if he's broken an 8th here, it's virtually over for him. But he has saved 2 break points.
Advantage Agassi.
Right, to be ready for World Cup soccer next year. Break point again for Andre Agassi.
I'm amazed at you, Roscoe. I know why you were a Wimbledon finalist. You could tell that ball hit the edge of the line.
On serves, I can tell. Serves, I can tell.
Servers always thought it hit the edge.
They're all good.
Break point, and Pernfors mishits the forehand, and now he is clearly facing the end. We'll return to mid-stage for 17-year-old Andre Agassi this week. He has captured the hearts of many of these folks, and they applaud him now as he prepares to serve for the match. Roscoe Tenner has gone to the court to talk to the winner if indeed Agassi closes the match out here. So many of the unforced errors just seem Agassi hitting it too hard, hitting all out on virtually everything.
First serve.
Did he have Pernfors set up for that?
30-15.
Beautiful change of pace. A little change up. 30-15. 2 points from match.
All.
Paints the line. And now Pernfors has a break point to sell out.
30-40.
This is right on the line. He's looked like he's needed that all match long.
All down.
5-all, third set. How'd it look down there, Roscoe?
Michael Pernfors is hanging in there. That shows the fight that he has. Here he's down 2 sets to love. And Agassi is serving for the match, and he's hanging in there. This is it. This man's a fighter.
Agassi just a moment ago, 2 points per match, let the game slip away.
$15-all.
Long on the baseline. And it's 15-30. Roscoe, did they look fatigued down there on court side?
Players are. They've done an awful. The players have done an awful lot of running. They've got to be tired.
Agassi's shot catches the line, and now 2 break points for Agassi. Caught the edge of the line. Still a break point for Agassi. Serve has meant increasingly little as this match has gone on. Pernfors already has been broken 8 times in the match. Agassi has been broken 6.
And
Agassi breaks back.
Both of these players really are baseline and counterpunch type players, and they don't really rely on the serve very much. They rely on big forehands and big ground strokes and their quickness. So I'm not surprised that the serve hasn't missed that much, no.
Second time that Agassi serves for the match.
$15 $15-all.
Peter Lundgren watching, and he's had a lot of great moments on USA, and he and Pernfors will play doubles in the finals here at Memphis. Hit the light. That would have made it over the net. Pernfors' backhand retrieve, but it hit one of the light beams. And Agassi is again 2 points for match. And you heard the yes as he hit a winner into the corner. 2 match points now for Andre Agassi. And there it is. The racket gone, and Andre Agassi, at age 17, has won a USTA National Championship, the 1988 U.S. Indoor. And a la Pat Cash at Wimbledon. That is Mr. Agassi. And don't forget Mom. And his brother. "17 years old, already in the top 20, and get used to this scene because you're going to see quite a bit more of it in the next few years." Andre Agassi, 6'4", 6'4", 7'5", over Mikael Pernfors to win the 1988 U.S. Indoor Championships. And what a scene there. Andre Agassi wrapping up a week when he has owned Memphis. So he'll be talking with Roscoe Tanner when we return right after this.
Champagne?
Oui.
Well, we believe that the colleges do represent the foundation for the breeding of future top athletes as well as higher education. And by bringing substantial financial support, corporate support, into the intercollegiate tennis program, we think that we can start a system and a circuit that in the end will benefit American professional tennis also.
How does this collegiate series plan on heightening the profile of collegiate tennis?
Well, it is a dedicated effort to bring about a system that is not unlike, for instance, collegiate basketball or collegiate football. One day, I hope it will reach the same stature versus its professional counterparts as an opportunity for collegiate tennis in its own right.
For example, 72% of the players just in this U.S. Indoor Championships from Memphis went through the American collegiate system. We'll return with more tennis from Memphis right after this.